Namaste all. I am Vijayakumar Narayanan. For the last 4 years, I have dedicated working with the Venus project as a partner and the lead agriculturist to understanding and explaining Jack Fusco's vision of resource-based economy. How many of you had heard about Jack Fusco or the Venus project? Please raise your hand by the time I'm opening my slide. Is my screen visible to you? Anyone?
Yes, we see the presentation.
Yes.
All right. In brief, the Venus Project is a non-profit organization dedicated to designing human habitats that simultaneously enhance human well-being while remaining fit to the carrying capacity of Earth and local ecosystems. In service of this purpose, the Venus Project explores new construction methods, new source of energy, new resource management paradigm for a humane and sustainable culture. You can read more about Venus Project at thevenusproject.com. The study which I'm going to present today, the title is Replacing Commercial Fish Feed Diet with On-Farm Inputs. The co-authors of the study are from Venus Project, Borislav, Rixos, John, etc. The picture that you're seeing, the fish head, is the cultured fish here. All right. Let us look at the problem statement. The overexploitation of marine resources through overfishing and habitat degradation has severely impacted global fish stocks, as you can see in the picture. The aquaculture industry has tried to meet the growing demand of fish by using feed made from processed wild-caught fish, which further contributes to the depletion of natural fish populations. There is a pressing need to find alternative protein sources that do not rely on wild fish or finite agricultural crops like soybeans. The fish image that you see here is harvested from the TVP IAS R&D farm here in India. Let us look at the research goals. There are three main objectives of this research study. Evaluate feasibility of using on-farm plant inputs as fish feed. Then first to assess the practical viability of breeding readily available plant biomass grown on the same farm as a substitute for commercial fish feed. Second, to investigate the impacts of partially replacing conventional fish feed with fresh plant leaves on key growth and productivity parameters in fish. And the third, to quantify metrics like weight gain, feed conversion, survival rates when incorporating the plant matter into diet of Nile tilapia fish. It's a schematic diagram of the system. This is our experimental setup. TVP's integrated aquaponics system, R&D setup, which has got fish rearing with hydroponic plant cultivation in recirculating setup. The specific fish species used are Nile tilapia fish fingerlings. We stocked about 5,800 Nile tilapia fish. Various dietary treatments were tested, consisting of a controlled commercial feed diet with 32% protein and combinations where portions of that feed were substituted with fresh plant leaf mass in differing ratios. These are the plant leaves that we used. Given the scientific names there: moringa, colocasia, banana leaves, chai mansa leaves, locally available, nutrient-rich plant leaves, evaluated for potential ingredients for fish feed. They are high in protein content, easy to cultivate, any farm, resilient to pests and environmental stresses, and are considered soul food even for human beings. We consume them. Yeah, so we were feeding this to our fish as well. So the 5 specific dietary treatments were tested over the course of 140 days. Feeding trial as shown here. You can see diet 1 served as the control, consisting entirely of commercial feed formulation. The other 4 diets substituted incremental amounts of commercial feed with plant leaf mass, ranging from 25% replacement in diet 2 up to 75% in diet 4 and 5. That 5 extended the highest substitution level over a prolonged period of time. We have some interesting fish growth. You can see in the chart. Key findings relating to fish growth performance are shown here. Increasing proportion of plant leaf matter in the diet did not significantly impair critical growth parameters like weight gain, feed conversion ratio, or survival rates compared to the control commercial diet. The main outcome is that up to 75% of the conventional fish feed could be substituted with fresh on-farm plant leaves without compromising productive performance. This is our finding. Plant cultivation within the integrated aquaponics system. Note that good yields of vegetable crops like tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplants were obtained without requiring any supplementation from synthetic fertilizers. This was made possible by utilizing the nutrient-rich effluent water from the fish to irrigate and nourish the plants through natural nutrient cycling. Here are our conclusions. Here are the main conclusions drawn from this research. Findings demonstrated the feasibility of substituting a significant portion of conventional fish feed with fresh plant biomass grown sustainably on the same farm. There are economic benefits of reducing reliance on purchased commercial feeds and environmental advantages of avoiding overexploited fish-based or terrestrial crop-based feed ingredients. The integrated aquaponics system model is shown as a closed-loop system that supports both fish and plant production through efficient nutrient cycling. These are the most important takeaways from this research that we are ongoing happening here. We can grow food without money. We can end hunger. We can teach our farmers to pursue sustainability, reducing personal resources, earth resources. This image was drawn by an Kenyan circa 1992. And my mentor, Dr. Mark Mukwandi, who invented integrated aquaponics system, was the first PhD on this subject. He gave me this artwork. I hope you liked it. This is a low-tech, zero-budget integrated aquaponics system picture. So where you do not need money to grow your own fish or vegetables, You only need a little muscle power on some time schedule, right? This is my last slide. What we will do next? The key future research directions that build upon this work are optimizing the nutritional profile, digestibility of the plant leaf inputs through processing techniques like fermentation, ensilling, that could further enhance their performance as fish feed ingredients. We have seen some fish now. Recent, information is we have started boiling chai mansa. So fish is liking that, or they are consuming a little more Then we have started fermenting moringa leaves, and it also reduces the water content. And the fermented moringa leaves are being liked by tilapia fish. Otherwise, they will not eat it. Very quickly within 1 hour, they will not eat it. Only after say fermentation, 4 to 6 hours, they start eating them. So these are our findings. Also, recommend a comprehensive techno-nutritional, biological, economic analysis. That's what we are doing now to quantify the financial viability and operating requirements of adopting such an integrated aquaponics model at a subsistence farming or at a commercial scale. Finally, it is proposed scaling up the system through pilot trials at various colleges, universities, and research stations, as we are now focusing. We are doing these projects in almost 6 university colleges in India. Around 7 colleges, research colleges are taking it up. Both agricultural and fisheries colleges are picking it up. So this is how it is happening. So pilot trials are needed. Demonstration trials are needed to show the performance. Seeing is believing. Short tail systems are needed under real world operating conditions in the aquaculture industry in general, as well as the entire sustainable food production industries. This is our website link, thevenusproject.com. Please feel free to drop in and go through all the links. You can see our project reports and more videos and stories at thevenusproject.com/projects. And that is over to you for any questions that you have. Thank you for listening, Sari and others.